Hello, this is Rebecca Benson presenting. Welcome to another training video. This is going to be our third video, so if you haven't seen videos 1 and 2, if you could just click out and watch those first, that would be most helpful. You've already covered what your digital package entails and how to register your login with seniorsbluebook.com. So this training is going to go over your dashboard and reviewing that, and then also looking at a physical listing, what that looks like from the user's perspective, and how to edit that listing information. So you have just created your login and you've entered that into our website, and it brings you to your dashboard, which is what we're looking at right now. It gives you a synopsis of how many listings you have, how many articles you have, events, jobs, videos, and it also gives you your leads. So let's go ahead and look at the left-hand side as well. It basically is the same information here. It's just on the left-hand side, and you can click there as well to view or add one of those selections: videos, events, and articles. We're going to go ahead and go to listings. And so it will display however many listings you have. This is just a test account I'm using, so I just have one and I have it under assisted living. But let's say you've signed up with a digital package and you have 3 levels of care. So you have independent, assisted living, and memory care. You're going to have 3 different listings under here as well. If you are someone who is signed up as a partner, as a senior resource, so that means my elder law attorneys, Medicare advisors, you will have a listing per your contract for every category that you're paying for. So you can see a category there. That could be a category labeled elder law. It could be attorney. Whatever is depicted and described in your contract is what we will create your listing for. And that's where the category plays in. So you can see your listing here. You can see the package you have. You can see when you last edited it or somebody on our team edited. And right now, because this is just a test listing, I have it as inactive, but all of your listings that you're paying for should have status active. And how from your dashboard you can edit that listing is right here. It says action. There's 3 dots. We're going to click on those and we're going to click edit. So then it brings us to the listing, Rebecca Test. Your business name is here. If you needed to update that, you cannot edit your category. So if for some reason you think your category is incorrect, you just need to email myself or someone on the team to let us know so that we can change that for you on our end of things. You have your address. So if you moved streets and you need to change that, this is where you're going to put that in. You have the contact information, and it's different from what's below where you see this little person's icon. So the contact information is going to be when you're looking at a listing and there's a button for somebody to call you, visit your website, or email you. That is where this information is pulled in. If there isn't anything listed here, then leads and emails will go to the primary contact below. And how do you know if somebody's the primary contact? You can see right here on this contact, there's a star, and that is the primary contact. I have 2 contacts. There's not a limit. Let's say you have somebody new coming on your team and they're going to handle your marketing from now on. You can still be the primary contact, but you would want to go to add contact. You'd want to type in their name, their title. You don't have to put in the mobile phone number, but you would want whoever's supposed to be managing this listing to be a primary contact. But anyone else who is listed will still be able to log in as long as they've set up their account and they have all the same functions as the primary contact. It's just those leads will go to the primary contact. So once you've confirmed or edited your name, your address, the contact information, we're going to click Save and Next. And here is the area where you can add and change, delete images and videos. This is where your company description would be. And again, something you cannot change on your side of things is your package. If you would like to upgrade your package, or if you think your package is incorrect, email myself or someone on our team. Keywords. So this right here, let's take a moment and review this. So keywords are very important. On the front end of our site, when a user is on the search engine results page, anything they type in, so they're looking for adult daycare, they're going to type that in. Maybe they're looking for somewhere with a pool, they might put assisted living with a pool. So anything, any keyword you think that could help identify you, put it in there. There's no limit. You just have to type in the keyword, space, comma, space, keyword for it to register, okay? And then in terms of images and videos, I'm going to show you your listing from a user's perspective in a moment, but you're just going to hover over this little icon and you can browse media, or you can add a video. And you can see all the images, and I've got 2 videos. I do recommend at least having 2 videos because it displays very nicely when you have 2 on the front end. When you do add a video, this message will pop up. So it says to use YouTube's embed link, and it gives you an example of what you're supposed to copy. So when you go to YouTube and you click share, you click embed, and then this long code is displayed. The only portion that we need is where it says SRC equals parentheses, and this URL here in between those parentheses is what you want to copy and paste in this video URL. If you do have issues with that, please let me know, and I can assist you with that. We're going to click Save and Next. You can copy and paste your social media links in here, and I do recommend that. And then here is where it gets to your service information. And this is really important. It should be accurate. Describe your property, community, business with accuracy. And you would just click all that apply. The only thing that gets confusing here is levels of housing care offered. You want to select any levels of care that you provide. And then on the next page, there's more selections that are only pertaining to assisted living, right? So your license number, number of units, lowest monthly price, and we also have license capacity. So in terms of senior housing, you have your number of apartments, but let's say you have some shared apartments. That's where you would count 2 people in those rooms, 1 people and your singles. So your license capacity is usually more than your number of units, just a tip. And another key thing to pay attention here is where it says pricing structure. If you are a senior living community, most of the time this really only pertains to memory care. But if you are all inclusive, so there's no additional fees, there's just a one-time cost, you're going to click that. And then for price dependent levels of care, that's going to be for if you have a base level of care for your apartment, and then depending on the medical need, there's an additional charge dependent on the level of care. And so you'll select that. When it comes to unit sizes, please pay attention to what listing you're on. So if I'm in assisted living and I only have 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom, that's what I'm going to select. It's not asking for your whole entire property's unit sizes. You want to be selecting the unit sizes applicable to that level of care. And then another tricky selection that we just want to be clear on, additional property features. You have memory care dementia, and you have Alzheimer dementia residents only. If you are a memory care community only, you want to select Alzheimer dementia residents only. If you have memory care as a level of care in your property, you want to select memory care. Your licenses are below. And once you've selected all of the applicable information, save and next. And then you're done. You have edited, or in most cases, you've filled in your listing that I've created for you. And let's take a look at what that looks like to the user on the front end. And I'm just going to refresh so that everything's current. Oh, I'm sorry about that. One moment and we'll pull up the listing here. Okay, so here is our listing. We have our business name, Rebecca Test. It does display the pricing, and apparently I charge $2,500 a month. You have your address, 123 Maple Street. You have your level of care right here. And then in terms of the images, I just want to share with you the specs right here, which I'll put in the collaborative document that I have going. This is, this is pretty much the size you should use for the pictures for them to take up the whole entire space. If you can't, for instance, my headshot. So if you have a headshot or a vertical shot, what will happen is it will scale the image. And so you see the gray on the left and the right, and that's how it will display. And then you see on the little preview of the carousel here, I look a little bit squished, and that's why. It's because the image is not optimized correctly with these specs. And then when we were looking at editing the listing and there was contact information, this is where that's displaying on the front end. You have your phone number, email, and website. You've got your description here about your business. And then when we made all those selections, those check boxes, that's where it will display under general property features and assisted living. If you had inserted any URLs for videos, this is how they would display. And again, I do recommend having 2 video files uploaded, because if you just have the one, I don't think it looks as nice to the user. So I do recommend the 2 videos. And then if you had other levels of care attached, which I don't, it's just a test listing, they would actually be here where it says explore our many options. You would have your different levels of care instead of having other communities that are similar. And again, if a user inputs their information into contact this property, it's the same as if they were to click email us. And the procedure for that is once that's submitted, that will get sent to you directly. And it will also get sent to your local sales representative, and they will be forwarding those lead submissions to you as well, just to make sure that you've seen them. So don't worry about it if you are worried about missing it. We receive the emails as well, and we will make sure that you receive them. So we have covered the basics when it comes to the dashboard, and then also how to edit your listing and what that looks like on the front end. The next videos are simply going to be, how do you do all of the extra stuff? How do I upload an editorial, a video, an event, a job opportunity, and how do I view metrics? So keep watching, stay tuned. If you have any questions, please contact your sales representative or myself, and we will be happy to help.